for Ableton Live Lite 10. We're going to add a couple instruments into some slots on the MIDI, and we are going to be talking about saving and exporting, which I'm not sure if anybody's found out, but it's not as simple as it actually sounds. It can be very simple once you figure it out. Let's go over that. Okay, we have the Focusrite on. We have our Launchpad Pro Mark III plugged in. We'll have to fire up channel 1 manually. Actually, now let's try that without doing that. Let's click that off. Let's click on the drum kit and see if it... Okay, it activated it. It should. So what I did is I picked a kit, 808, double clicked on it, and the red record light came on, which activates the launch pad. And it will be active also in the kick drum box. One thing we didn't do was actually go to options and just check everything. Preferences, audio, test tones working. Close the box. So anything we pick on the left hand side, we'll go with sounds. Let's pick a nice brass sound. Click on it once, you'll hear the tone, but it will not affect what's in channel 1 until you double click it. If you double click it, it will automatically drop in, or you can drag it in. Now that's overridden the bass. It won't be the drum kit. It won't be a drum kit anymore. That's not a very good brass sound, is it? This is called Dusky Swell. These aren't very impressive either. Let's go to the bass. Let's try that. There's what it sounds like. It's already in the slot. I double clicked it. That's not the best tone in the world either. There's must be 20 different bass sounds. There you go. So that's how we get sounds into channel 1, because that's where our side MIDI is. Our microphone from the Focusrite is in channel 3 since it's on the left hand side. Channel 4 would be the right hand side on the Focusrite. Channel 2 on the MIDI, that would be the Launch Key Mini. And I picked the Launch Key Mini. I was looking at the Akai, and this one is made specifically for Ableton. Not that the other ones aren't great. This is just more brand specific. It flows perfectly with everything. So now what we want to do is save. After we'll get into recording at another time, but basically what we'll do is let's pick rhythmic synthesizer. Drag that up. The keyboard has now become a synthesizer. So to record, up here on the top, you hit the circle box and that will activate our count in. We're going to change our count into 2 bars this time. We're going to go over that at another date. This video is about saving. Now we have that sound in there, and I want to save it. We go over the file, and normally it would say save as or save. They have added on their own name. Save live set. Save live set as. Open live set. New live set. So they're adding live in there, which is okay. Just need to understand that. To save, I don't have a file name yet, so I can't just save live set. I need to save live set as test 1, 2. That's saved as an Adobe file, as you saw. Excuse me? Ableton Live set. I've got Adobe on my mind. You cannot change that from this window. If you would like to save it to use for another program or to listen to it offline, not in this program, you need to export the audio. When I click on export, this allows to change the important functions, file type. You don't have to worry about anything up here. Create analysis file, click that on if it's not already. Encode PCM, yes, you want that on. File type. I like WAV files to put into music videos. You have Flac, which is, give me a second, I can't think of the name now. Lossless recording. Flac is lossless. I do not know if WAV is lossless or if AIFF is. I will research that. Don't have to worry about that. I do click on MP3, include MP3 on. Very simple. You get these set one time, you're set. It'll stay that way. Click export. You can verify that it's a WAV file. Test 1, 2. And this is where you can decide where you want to save the file to. So we can just save it right up to the desktop. If I'm working on an audio track for a specific song, I will save it into documents, into the file that I have created for that. But right now we can just save it temporarily right to the desktop. I can find it easy. Test 1, 2. Click save. And it does not take very long for Ableton Live. There was an error when closing the file. Huh. Very interesting. That's the first time I've ever gotten that message. So let's see. Close Ableton out. Test 1, 2's on our desktop. maybe there was an error. Okay, let's try it again. Back to clicking the file. Click Export Audio. Export. Test 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess one reason it's not working as a WAV file is because I usually open that up in Premiere. Test 1, 2, 3 will be the name of our Premiere project. Drag it and import media. File format not supported. Okay. For beginners from a beginner. I figured out the problem. When you go to the file and you go to export the audio, it's a WAV file, correct. That is right. I export it. It exports as a WAV, but also, if you notice, that's why I clicked Encode MP3 on. And what I failed to realize when I was looking for that file, we'll overwrite the file that's on the desktop. And it also has a file for the MP3. That's what I go. There's two files. So that's what it did. I clicked on the wrong file. This is the WAV file, but they also created the MP3 file. Check the properties of that. MP3. So I am an idiot. That is how to export and use the Save As feature. So once again, a recap. Most important buttons: Options, Preferences. That gives us our audio tab. Be able to check our sound. Any links we need to have turned on. save live set, save live set as, and exporting the audio. MP3 I find is an awesome format to record in. It may not be FLAC, but I don't need FLAC at this point for YouTube video. With the MP3 seems to work perfect. It's working. I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so recapping what we've learned. Recapping information for today is we've learned about making the options tab is very info we've learned today. What's important to me is the options preference tab, testing the audio. Using save live as, save live, how to use that correctly, and exporting audio in other formats besides Ableton. And you saw through the mistake. That's how we learn. Now we know there are two files created, one for MP3 and one if you have a choice of FLAC or WAV file. Next video we are probably going to go over plugins and a few hotkeys and what some of the other buttons at the top do if you start getting ready to make some clips. Welcome to Ross Recording Studios. Like and subscribe.